Business is Burk's Jewelers. We're located 491 Flat Shoals Avenue in East Atlanta, Georgia 30316. I'm a native of Atlanta. My father and uncle opened up the first black service station in 1967 here in Cascade, and we are natives from College Park, Georgia. Going through high school here in Atlanta, Brown High School, I kind of knew I had a knack for selling. Once I got out of high school, that's the reason why I never went to college. From there, that's where, of course, we ventured out in life, learning what the world gives you and what it does not give you. I came across this pawn shop back in '86, and this pawn shop in Riverdale, where this guy felt I had some charisma. So he gave me a shot in the pawn shop industry, and I was bit by the bug of pawn buy, sell, and trade then. So from there, that's where I ventured off and got into from the buy, sell, trade industry to learning about gold and diamonds from there. I'm one of the few, especially certified in gold and diamonds, that owns his own store. And definitely, I know I'm one of the few that have been in business now for 21 years in the same area.
So let's go into the gold and diamonds, the import-export part of this whole thing. I know a limited amount about your business, but I do know that our native continent, Africa, has tons of diamonds and gold and rubies that are naturally there, but so few black people here in America seem to be a part of the macro version of that business. Why do you think that is? And talk to me about any interaction you've had with the mother continent directly.
Okay, well, as we do know, the industry itself is a $450 billion annually. It's a very close-knit family. If you're not in certification, or if you don't have a family member, and there it is again, there's not many black people who have family members to help you move along in this industry. We are not open to having trade done in America. There's always been myth out there, even now as we speak. Conflict diamonds, blood diamonds, and all this has just been myths, because it's been conflict diamonds since day one. Because we know how many Africans have died in mines from way back.
So that's interesting. So there's always been blood.
Yeah.
Because people were forced.
Yes.
Just like in other places in the world, they were
Right.
forced in Africa to mine these diamonds, to mine the gold and the precious metals. So now, has that changed any, or is it still kind of the same way?
It's still kind of the same way. Even nowadays, anytime it seems to work in the favor of people of color, regardless if they're African American, dark skinned, Lebanese or what? Arabs, okay? It still doesn't work in your favor. Even the richest country can't bring diamonds over here because of federal regulations, and of course, if you're not licensed in America, none of the vendors are going to buy from you.
And so that licensing procedure, what was that like?
It was like pulling teeth. I had to go through a big test of knowing people, growing up with people, to able to get in certain doors. Even now, I'm only a few people of color that's able to go to the refinery now. And that's the same thing with our people from Africa, or people from, if they had to bring any gold or diamonds in this country, majority of them have to know somebody like me, or the industry is not going to deal with them. It's not a black-white thing. What it is it's an economical thing. That we're people of color, and as we was talking earlier, have wealth enough to buy their own stores, but they can't get in because of the industry. It starts off with a family, and we can't blame them too much. It's called generational wealth, because they pass it on down to the other family members, and they keep it among themselves. And I kind of think, I think that's the reason why I'm talking, because I would love for more people of our color to have generational wealth of what I know.
Yes.
Because this industry is so wide open for us, but we are on the wrong side of the counter. We always buying. We don't own anything. We always buying.
So let's talk about that. How do you think we can begin to get around some of the obstacles that have been there in the past, and in order to create this industry as a business, since we indulge in it so much? We have artists, we have all these people who,
yes,
as soon as they get 50 cents to rub together,
yes,
they find huge diamond this, diamond that, yet they're giving that money to another community. How can we break into this community? Because I've seen some Asians.
Yes.
They're
Yes.
making inroads. What do you think the pathway is for us?
I think it goes back to trust. I think it goes back to the ice is colder than it is in Buckhead than in College Park or Moreland Avenue, where my story is.
Exactly.
Okay, even though it's the same ice. And then it doesn't make sense that obvious for 21 years in the same place and my clientele is 75% Caucasian. That means I'm doing something right. So our people themselves don't want to invest in our own neighborhood. It seems like anybody or any other race can come in our neighborhood and make the same money that our family members made back then, that we will not provide. What sense does it make to go to Buckhead to open up a soul food place? I'm not kicking that, but you got people who love ham hocks right here. Okay, this is where it came. A lot of this is where it came from, and so I don't understand. That's a question I don't understand. Why not invest in the industries that's doing well? I've been in business for 21 years. Haven't did the best for everybody, but I have done my best. I still have 5 stars on Yelp and 5 stars on Google. I don't claim to please everybody, because you've been in business 21 years. You bound to piss somebody off. But I'm still open.
And you teach.
Yes.
So tell us about that. So you're a person in place to help the next generation actually learn this business and make new inroads.
I do have a 501c3, and my 501c3 is still under the STEM program. It has math, science, art. It still has all that involved, because all of that is still involved in customizing, making jewelry. I would love for kids coming out of high school would learn to make their own classroom without calling any names. The classroom industry has been put up under a certain company. They've been making money off of us since our mother and daddy graduated from high school. And the unfortunate thing too, what a classroom is made out of is called pewter. Pewter is the lowest metal possible. It's not even silver. The classroom that kids have nowadays is made out of pewter, unless they spend a gob of money for gold, but it's just total sentimental value. If they graduate from high school and have trouble and want to get some gas, they can't even get gas with it, because it's not worth anything. I would love for them to take a look at companies that has a length of time of being open, to see what you can invest in that company. If a company have made it through the pandemic, if a company had made it through all kinds of the recession and still has their doors open.
You gave me this beautiful piece, which I found out is pink opal. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I love it. Talk to me about crystals. And there is a force in the crystals that I can feel. You know, obviously they're bigger than a diamond, of the typical diamond, I should say. Okay, first of all, first thing I've heard is that silver is some sort of cleanser. That it when it's on your body,
yes,
there's something, it's doing the work of cleansing and actually helping you.
Absolutely.
Talk to me about some of that.
I think it goes back to biblical days, honestly, because they traded, even in the Bible, gold and metals.
And then the Caucasians kind of mistake that trading for some sort of monetary thing.
Yes.
And they were actually trading for the energy.
Yes.
Yes.
See?
Okay.
Absolutely. The people from Africa, it never did mean anything to them.
Hey, Mansa Musa was walking around just giving out gold.
That's right. it never did mean anything to them,
Right.
because it was a spiritual oath. Put it that way, or it's so funny. Even when you go to a chiropractor, and they put these hot rocks on you, and okay, so I think it's almost like what coming from the earth.
I agree with that.
What coming from the earth to make you feel a lot better. Because for sure, with the entertainers winning all that gold, I'm sure they feel a lot better. I'm sure they do.
Well, this is a pleasure. It's a pleasure talking to you. Tell me, is there anything else that you want to say, you want people to know? I love this neighborhood that you're in. I think it's wonderful. I like you, don't believe in hoods, or if there's property and you either own it or you don't, and if you own it, you should be expanding it and making it more than what it was when you came to it. So what would you like people to know about what to do with their resources? And I consider you a resource for the community, because I don't know any other black jewelers. You're the person I'm always going to come to.
Not like it should, no, because we know what moves the meter, and that's finance.
That's right.
That's money. We can march all day long, but as I always say, if your money is not where your mouth is nothing that's going to change. We ourselves, to me, as people, we giving up so much different trades. We don't build houses anymore. We don't work on cars anymore. We have, golly, I don't think we bake cakes anymore.
About home economics. Yes, this lost art of home economics. And I was like, I took home economics, plus I learned to sew and cook and you know, it's very true. Very true.
And I guess I give Morris Brown a little plug here, because I'm so glad they got their accreditation back.
Yes.
Because Morris Brown had home economics. I had sisters that knew that went to Morris Brown for sewing and cooking.
Wow.
Back in the day. We don't value what we have. Everybody will come in and take what we have and make money off of it beside ourselves. I think back in the day, rapping had a message. Now, rapping is just rapping. When you was a football player or a basketball player or even a fireman, you had a image, and you owe that image to the neighborhood to have somebody else to grow up to be like you. You get this certain position and you claim that I'm not a role model. What I want to do for my neighborhood is, I don't want to. I mean, if I'm making millions of dollars, I don't want to just give a picnic. I mean, anybody can give a picnic with some t-shirts, okay? No, bring some kids in, show them exactly what are you doing now. Show them, because the street is showing them, but it's not showing them the right way. It's not showing them the right way. And if you're retired, you should be going to the Y. Still sitting at home. You know, it's even biblical that the people who went in promised land and came back, the guy was 85 years old and he still wanted to go back and fight. Retirement, what's that? There's no retirement for a spiritual leader. So this is what I want to say, and I guess here it goes again to our golden diamonds and mellows. It's spiritual, and I don't see why black people themselves can't see it, to just give a little bit more of your time. I love this area I'm in because we talked about this. When I walk outside this door and I see someone sleeping on the streets, someone who's up on their addiction, I like to let them know that there is help. And then the thing is, what makes us so different from not being where they are?
Right.
One paycheck away, and you can be right there where they are. And being a recovering alcoholic addict myself for 35 years, I can tell that there is a change in life.
Tell me about that journey.
I think during that part we was talking about, that was the growing up phase of my life, where I did test with drugs and alcohol. And believe it or not, it was a lot better than it is now. But I did get strung out on cocaine. I did try all kind of different drugs, but it got to a point where I knew it was a better life for me. For some reason, sitting up in the crack house with a three-piece suit on just didn't fit right for me.
Right.
I was kind of out of place, and I knew it, all right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I went through a program, and the program honestly made me better. Even now today, I still attend AA meetings because I love someone to see that that's not the end. You always can change your life, especially how your faith and trust.
Absolutely. Well, you are an inspiration, and I appreciate you sitting down with me. Just thank you for who you are and what you mean to this community and to our people in general. Appreciate you.
And thank you so much for just letting me tell a little part of my story.
Yeah, some more you want to tell?
There's a lot more. We're going to work on
Let's
that.
go.
We're going to work on that. I've been here for 21 years. I've seen this whole area develop. It should be us.
Just rejuvenating our things.
See that's that little part of street stuff that we make our own. Don't worry. And it should be us. We could have cleaned this neighborhood ourselves instead of selling a house for $60,000. And the same house over in this area now is $300,000 or $500,000. And there it is again. And these homes were our grandparents' homes, our mama and daddy houses. And all we had to do was hold on. And I think that's the reason why I'm still here in East Atlanta, because I seen the neighborhood grow. Why go somewhere else? Grow with the neighborhood. And this neighborhood has accepted me very well. We in this neighborhood, we have a bargaining system. They bring us apples, oranges, tomatoes, eggs. And something, how many times I fix a watch and said thank you. That's what kind of neighborhood they keep your business for.
So is there anything else you want to say?
Just thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you for being a part of my life.
It's an absolute pleasure. People like you keep me